So hello again everyone, welcome to our fourth yoga taster, short little practice to spend time together to find a little bit of peace and quiet in busy days. Today I thought I would share with you, just to say to you that the 21st of June every year has been nominated by the Indian government as International Yoga Day. And for the past few years we have been gathering in various different public places to celebrate International Yoga Day. So unfortunately, because of COVID-19 this year, we won't be able to gather in such big numbers. But today's short practice together with you is just a little taster of what you could have experienced on the day. It will be streamed live on the 20th of June at 10:30 in the morning. If you'd like to join in from the comfort of your own home. But otherwise, just here today, we're just doing a little snippet, a little taster of what would be involved. To remind you again that you're going to move comfortably in relation to how your body feels, how your mind is, how your breath is, and always taking things just within your own comfort level. To remind you too that the practice really takes the spine through its full range of movement. So we'll be doing a little bit of forward bending, a little bit of backward bending, a few twisting movements, a little side stretch, just to ensure that the spine is taken through its full range of movement, as I say. So today we're going to begin by standing up. So just come to stand in your own space. Hopefully you have your mat or you have something that's non-slip underneath your feet. I'm going to stand sideways on so that you can hopefully see what I'm doing. But we're going to stand in a straight line as tall as possible. So just finding your own space, standing really tall, anchoring yourself into your feet, spreading out your toes as much as you can. And just maybe wriggle the toes a little bit just to give them a little bit of movement. Do the same with your fingers and your hands, just shake them out a little bit. And then what I'd like you to do is just very, very slowly, using your breath, turn your head very gently round to the right as you inhale. Come back to the middle as you exhale. Inhale as you turn your head to your left. Exhale as you come back to the middle. Inhale as you lift your head up to look skywards. Exhale as you bring your head to the middle. Inhale as you lower your chin towards your chest. And inhale as you come back to the middle. Inhaling, slowly turn the head to the right. Exhale. Bring the head to the middle. Inhale as you turn the head to the left. Exhale, bring the head to the middle. Inhale as you lift the chin towards the ceiling. Exhale as you come to the middle. Inhale as you lower your chin towards your chest. And exhale as you bring the head up to center. So on your next exhale, just draw the shoulders up, back and down a few times. And then draw the shoulders up, forward and down a few times. And just really ease out the shoulder joints. That's it. And then when you're ready, just back to the head and neck for a minute. So on your exhale, you're going to lower your right ear towards your right shoulder. And bring the head up to the center. And on your exhale, lower your left ear towards your left shoulder. And bring your head back up to the center. And just repeat that once more to either side. So right ear to right shoulder, left ear to left shoulder. And then head coming back up to the center. So once you've brought the head back up and you're standing up in your nice upright position, we're going to extend the arms out in front, and on your exhale, keeping your feet square and staying where they are, you're going to slowly turn your body round to your right, placing one hand on the opposite shoulder, and then slowly coming back to the middle. And then on your exhale, slowly taking the body round to the opposite side, opposite hand to opposite shoulder, and then gently coming back to the middle. So that's the first of our twisting movements. Let's do that again. Exhaling, turning the body round towards one side, opposite hand to opposite shoulder, really opening up the side of your body. Slowly coming back to the middle. And then round you go to the other side, keeping the feet square, keeping the feet steady. And then slowly coming back to the middle. Relax your arms down for a second. Take a normal breath. Stand actively into your feet. So think now of sitting back into a chair. Obviously we're not going to do that, but we're going to imagine that we are. So we're going to extend the arms out in front, just lifting them to shoulder height. On your exhale now you're going to bend your knees. And you're going to send your hips back as if you were going to sit into a chair. So just sending your hips back as far as is easy for you, keeping your feet steady, keeping your knees parallel, and you're going to just stay here and see if you can lengthen your back as much as possible. Breathe through your nose, inhale, slowly come all the way back up, relax your arms down. Interlace your fingers now. If you can, turn the palms away. Look straight ahead. Find a point of concentration. So concentrate on that point in front of you. Inhale, lift the arms up overhead if you can. Exhale where you are, and then on the next inhale, focus your gaze, lift your heels off the floor, lift all the way up towards the balls of your feet if you can, and then just stay steady and see if you can take a breath or maybe two. And then when you feel that you're starting to wobble a little bit, very gently bring the heels down, release the arms back down by your sides. I'm going to turn to face you now so that you can see what I'm doing. We've done this next posture just a couple of weeks back. So this is tree pose, and we still need our concentration point. So you're looking straight ahead at that point of concentration. We're going to stand on one foot and lift the other. You might need the help of a chair maybe, if your balance is a little bit off today. Don't worry if it is, it can change from day to day. So we'll stand on your left foot. We're going to lift the right foot. So you have a choice of where you're going to lift your right foot and place it. You can place it either to the inside edge of your standing ankle, the inside edge of your standing calf, and if you're very brave, you can take it to the inside edge of your standing thigh. So any of those options for you today. I'm going to choose the middle ground because it's always easier. So we'll place the right foot to the inside of the standing calf. We'll stand upright, we'll keep the hips facing forwards as much as we can. We can keep the hands here if you wish, or you can take the arms out wide to the sides if you prefer, or you can take the hands into prayer position at your chest, or again you can take the arms up overhead and just focus on standing still. So while you're doing that and you're balancing, you're looking to really anchor your left foot down into the floor while you're stretching the arms into whatever position you've chosen. When you're ready, step that right foot back down, and let's do that on the other side. So we stand on the right foot now. What is my right foot? But you're doing the opposite to the one you've done before, that is. So again, we're placing the left foot to one of those 3 points. Inside of the ankle bone, inside of the calf, or higher still to the inside of your thigh. When you're finding your own point of balance, just be mindful not to stick your hip out to the side. Do your best to keep your hips as level as possible. So choose your tree position, and then placing your foot to the inside of your standing leg. Again, hands to hips, prayer position, stretched out arms, uplifted arms. Any of those options are available to you. So the standing leg represents the tree trunk, roots digging down into the earth, arms represent the branches of the tree. So when you've taken a breath or two there, then slowly just release your foot back down to the floor. So now, moving onwards, we're going to take a standing forward bend. So again, I'm going to turn sideways just so that you can see. So you stand your feet like before, just slightly apart, standing tall. So in order to bend forward, we've got to engage our tummy muscles, we've got to work our leg muscles, and we think of bending really from the hips rather than the spine. So using your breath out, you can leave your hands on your thighs. You're just going to slide your hands down your legs just as far as your knees. See if you can allow your back to lengthen and straighten, and just observe how that feels. You might need to bend your knees a bit more, a lot, depending on your hamstrings. If you have no issues with your blood pressure or any other health issues, you can slide the hands down a little further and see if you want to bring your fingertips or your hands to the floor, and then if you wish to allow your head to hang down. So you can let the head hang down or not, keeping the gaze forward if you prefer. Just be mindful of your neck. And then when you have taken a breath or two there, just again observing, experiencing what's going on, We're going to walk the hands back exactly in reverse, lifting up to just that halfway position to allow your back to lengthen. And then we're going to walk the hands all the way back up so that we're upright again. And then once you're upright, we're going to take a bend backwards. So we're going to place the hands just here at the base of the spine to either side, just literally above the crest of your buttock muscles. Point the elbows back so that you open your chest. And then a sense of relaxing the base of your spine down a little bit. So from there then we're going to breathe in and see if we can lift the chest up slightly towards the chin. And we're going to stay with this now for a few breaths, and depending on how your back is and how much you want to get into this, you can bend a little further back if you wish. And all the time observing what's going on with your breathing. How is your back feeling? Does it feel comfortable in this position? Obviously this is not something we do on a day-to-day basis, and yet it is one of the natural movements of the spine, bending backwards. So we'll come slowly back up to upright, release the hands, and then we're going to step the left foot back a little bit. So we have this about a 3-foot gap between the feet or thereabouts. We were doing this pose the very first yoga taster we did together. So this is a triangle pose. We take the arms out wide to the sides, keep the shoulders relaxed, and on the exhale we're going to reach out to the right as far as we can, and then take the right hand down onto the right leg if that suits, and extend the left arm up. If that's too much for your left shoulder, you can leave your left hand on your left hip. You can in fact keep both hands on both hips if that feels better, just to modify it a little bit. The idea here is that we're taking the spine sideways, but you're really engaging your legs, your thigh muscles in particular, supporting your abdomen and the lower part of your back. So let's inhale now. We'll come slowly back up to the centre. We're going to turn the body towards the front of the mat and step forward with the back foot, and then step back with the opposite foot. So I'm going to turn around again so that you can see it from the opposite side. So left foot forward is this time, and then turning the body outwards towards the right. Again, you can choose hands on the hips, arms outstretched, and we'll extend the body out towards the left a little bit more, as if we were reaching to touch something out on the left hand side. And we're going to take that left hand down then and place it on the left leg and stretch upwards with that right arm just to where you can. And again, if you do have shoulder issues or neck issues, hand onto the hip is maybe a better option for you, so that you can relax and open your chest and feel as if your tummy is opening towards the long edge of the mat. So let's just be with this for a moment. And then when you're ready, let's inhale, come slowly back up to the centre, take the feet closer together, coming back to your standing position. And let's just finish this standing sequence by opening the arms out to the sides, inhaling, lifting the arms all the way up overhead, bring the palms together, exhale, lower the arms back down by your sides. Let's do that twice more. Inhaling, extending the arms out wide to either side, lifting them all the way up. Turn the palms away, exhale, lower the arms all the way down. Last time, inhaling, extending the arms all the way up, and turning the palms away, lowering the arms all the way back down. Good. So let's come back down now onto the floor. So you coming down to the floor in whatever way suits you. So we're going to come first of all to sitting. So when you sit down, you're sitting with your legs stretched out in front of you if you can, flexing the feet. And then again, depending on how your hamstrings are, you might need to bend your knees a little bit, or maybe a good bit, just to give some comfort to the backs of your legs. Remember too that when you sit up straight, you're sitting on your sitting bones, which are deep inside your buttock muscles. So you need to draw the flesh of your bottom back out of the way a little bit. So we're just going to sit tall like this for a couple of breaths. And remember, the last day we were using our belt, so it can be a yoga belt or a dressing gown belt or a jeans belt. We're just going to place the belt across the breadth or the bridge of the feet, the sole of the feet, and just hold the belt just for a couple of breaths, Not so much again pulling on the belt, but more just giving support and continuing to sit up as tall as possible. So we'll take maybe 1 or 2 deep breaths here, just allowing the hamstrings and the legs to lengthen, the feet to be active. And then when you're ready, we're going to just let go of the belt from the feet for the moment, and then we're going to bend the knees and see if we can join the soles of the feet together. So when we do that, this is what's called cobbler pose, or Baddha Konasana, cobbler. When we bring the soles of the feet together, the knees then open out wide to the sides. This can be a little uncomfortable sometimes for the insides of the thighs into your groins. So we'll just sit like this for a moment, and if you'd like to maybe just wiggle a little bit on your sitting bones, just kind of rocking a little bit from side to side, just to explore that. Some people may well be able to take their feet in closer to the hips. Some people may not, it doesn't matter, just go to where you can. But just see if you can keep the soles of your feet together and sit up as tall as possible. So we'll take just 1 or 2 more breaths, and then we'll let this go and move on. So as we move on, we're just going to bring the feet around behind us, and we're going to sit up onto the feet. So when we sit up on the feet, again, you might like to explore tucking the toes underneath and sitting up on your heels, just to stretch out your toes and your feet a little bit. Again, not so pleasant because your feet are in shoes and runners all day long, but it's still good to stretch out your toes. So a breath or 2 while you're comfortable in it, and then release your feet back down. So just sitting on the feet. Oftentimes too, you can have a little discomfort in your feet when they're like this on the floor if you're not used to stretching them out. So a little cushion or your blanket, folded up blanket or towel in underneath your feet or in between your bottom and your heels will help with that, give you more comfort. So we're going to kneel up onto the knees now. So kneeling up, and again using support if you need it, little towel, little blanket if you need support under your knees. So lifting up so that you're kneeling up onto your knees, and you're going to kneel up as tall as you can. So again, your chest is open, your shoulders are relaxing down, and we'll take the hands now to the base of the spine, just as we did when we were standing up. So as you take the hands to the base of your spine, elbows are pointing back, chest is wide open. We'll relax the base of the spine down a little bit, and we'll see now if we can use the breath in to lift the chest up, and the breath out to bend backwards a little bit, just within your own level of comfort. So they call this camel pose. So we're creating this arch in the back like a camel, chest is wide open, and we're breathing into the chest, into the rib cage, into the belly, drawing the shoulder blades down the spine. And you might want a little bit more in this if you wish to extend one arm out, up and reaching for the ceiling, looking upwards, and then you can take the hand back and do the same, then lifting the other arm up and then up just that little bit more, looking towards the ceiling while you keep that nice back bend, and then hand back to your hips, drawing the shoulder blades down a little bit more. And then to counteract that back bend, it's always nice to go forward again. So we'll sit back on the feet, we'll slide the arms forward, the hands out in front this time, and we'll see if we can really lengthen the spine out. So while you're doing that, I'm just going to keep giving you some just easy directions. So you're lengthening the spine, you're also thinking of sending your shoulder blades down towards the back of your waist to lengthen the front of your spine as well as the back. And then when you have taken a few breaths in that nice, what they call hare pose, where the spine is really lengthened, then just take your time, ease yourself back into sitting on the feet, and then we'll sit again onto the bottom and stretch the legs back out again. So when you stretch your legs back out, checking in once more that you're still sitting on your sitting bones and your heels are extending. You might need that little bend on your knees again. So you decide if you do or not, but see if you can do your best to sit as tall as possible so that your head, your neck, your spine are all in a straight line in an upright position. So we're going to create another twist now. So this time we're going to bend up what will be my left knee. So we're going to bend the knee, the left knee, bringing the foot back towards the hip, just insofar as you can. We're going to hold the left shin with the right hand, and then we're going to bring that left arm around behind and place the hand on the floor just behind the hip, just a little bit. Not too far away that you're actually leaning back into the hand, but more a supportive hand to help you sit up straight. So we're going to take the belly around to the left as you exhale, and then we're going to take the ribs around to the left as you exhale, and then we're going to draw the chest around to the left as you exhale, and then finally turn the head. So again, a breath or two in this position, and you'll feel how your thigh is connecting quite well now there with your tummy, with your intestines on the left side. And then we'll slowly come back to the middle and undo everything in reverse, stretching out that left leg, bending the right knee, sole of the foot to the floor, hold the right shin with your left hand, and again just take that right arm round behind, just enough to give support to your spine while you sit up straight. So let's use the breath out to turn the belly towards the right, towards the ribs, turn the ribs towards the right, turn the chest, turn the head. Little by little, just turning the spine round as far as you can, taking a breath or two where you are, and then very slowly coming back to where you began. Stretch out that leg, tap them out a little, and then just very gently ease yourself round and down onto your tummy. So I want you to lie out flat onto your tummy, and when you do that, just place the hands flat on the floor, place the elbows flat on the floor, keep them tucked in by your sides. Lengthen your legs, so wiggle the hips a little bit, lengthen one leg, lengthen the other. Do that a couple of times till you feel your legs are really long. And then think of your tailbone releasing down towards the floor. Rest your forehead on the ground for the minute. As you inhale, you're going to just very gently lift the head up. That's it. And on the exhale, slowly bring the forehead back down. Let's do that again. Inhaling, lifting the face and the chest up a little bit, keeping the elbows on the floor, and then slowly easing back down. I'd invite you now to do that maybe once or twice more. So you're looking to lift the chest, lift the face up just to where you can, keeping the elbows and the lower parts of your arms and hands flat on the floor, and exhaling as you slowly release down. When you release down this time, place one hand on top of the other, elbows out wide to the sides, stay on your tummy and just rest your forehead on the ground, and just take a couple of moments there, letting your belly sink down into the floor. Really feel your whole self soften down into the mat, and be aware of how your spine is. So once you've checked in with your spine and you feel, yes, you're comfortable, you're feeling well, and you're ready to move on, I'd like you then to slowly undo your prone position to come round to lie again onto your back. So come round to lie on your back, and as you lie down onto your back, I want you to bend your knees and stand your feet flat on the floor. So again, we've covered this posture. This is bridge pose, another back bend, and it's similar to the one we did from kneeling and standing earlier. It's the same action on your spine, except this time you have much more power and control through your legs for the movement. So lying down, straight line from your head to your tail end, letting your knees bend fully, standing the feet on the floor, arms alongside, and then when you're ready, you're going to press down actively into your feet, very gently peel your backbone slowly up off the floor as far as you can with ease. Keep standing into your feet. Keep every single toe on the mat. And then gently bring the spine down in reverse. Can you do that again? Press into your feet. Lift your hips. Lift your backbone. Really draw the backbone up just as much as you can. Keeping your shoulders on the floor. Keeping your knees pointing forwards. Keeping your toes in contact with the ground. Exhale. Slowly bring the spine down in reverse. Inhale. As you exhale, bend up your knees to your chest. Hold your shins. Inhale, let the legs move forward a little bit. Exhale, bring your thighs closer to your chest. Once again, inhale, let the legs move forward a little bit. Exhale, draw your thighs down towards your chest. And one last time, inhaling and exhaling. So when you've done that then, stand the feet on the ground, stretch the legs out, allow your feet to roll outwards to the sides, take your arms away from your sides. If you have your blanket or your towel handy, just cover yourself over, close your eyes and focus now on your breathing. And just for a moment or two, let's just pay attention to the inflow and the outflow of your breath. So feeling the breath flowing in, feeling your breath flowing out. And each time you exhale, consciously relax your body down into the floor. For the next couple of breaths, I'd like you to focus on your exhalation. You're going to continue to breathe in and out, but I want you to focus on your exhalation. And each time you exhale, consciously see if you can lengthen the out breath. So you're just going to breathe out a little further. Breathing out a little further so that your out breath begins to extend, begins to lengthen a little bit. And if you really focus your attention on this exhalation, extending the breath out a little bit more, it will draw you inwards. It will bring you into that place of peacefulness and quiet, mindfulness, rest, relaxation. So with each exhale, relax your body. Feel it relax through your breath out. Each time you exhale, feel the weight of your body sink deeper into the floor. And just rest there for a few moments in quietness, in peacefulness, in stillness. And when the time is right then, just very gently bend up your knees over your chest, roll over to one side, ease yourself up to sitting, rub your hands quickly together, cover your eyes and face, blink into the palms of your hands. My friends, that brings us to the end of today's practice. Very short time together. We bring our hands together into prayer position as we wish ourselves peace. And next time, while today's taster was devoted, generally speaking, to International Yoga Day, which happens on the 20th of June, 21st of June all over the world, next time we meet, we will focus on more breathing techniques and more relaxation. Stay well. Peace to everybody.